family business and Arthur's family. He can come in with us.
Hey?
Yeah. You're always moaning about how hard you have to work. Arthur can take some of the load off you. I'll make him a partner.
That's a very generous offer, which I'm delighted to accept, Pop.
Wait a minute. No. I've sweated my guts out building up this business. I'm not going to stand by and watch a perfect stranger walking in.
Not a perfect stranger.
He is to me.
He isn't to me. He's me son.
Damn.
Me elder son.
Leave him be, Pop. Leave him be. He'll get over it. That's come as a bit of a shock to the young fella, me turning up like that out of the blue. He's bound to be a bit jealous.
I can't understand it after all I've done for him.
Well, he'll get over it. Just give him time. In the meantime, I think I'll go upstairs and clean up a bit. But first, I'll pop outside and point Percy at the porcelain. And then, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to take you and young Harold up to town and buy you some slap-up tucker in a bonza frog calf.
Marvellous.
Yeah, there's just one thing, Dad. I wonder if you could see your way clear to lending me a few quid. Just until I get me traveller's checks cashed, do you understand?
Of course. Anything you want. 5, 10?
Yeah, I better make it 20. No, second, make it around 50, then I won't have to keep coming back to you.
50 it is. Oh, it's good to see you again, Arthur. You don't know what this means to me, having me 2 sons around me. You've made an old man very happy.
Well, it's great to be back home, Dad. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a little present for you.
So it's official then, is it? He's rowed himself in.
He's agreed to join the firm, yeah.
I don't suppose he needed much persuading.
And I can't understand you taking this attitude. Why are you so bitter against him? He is your brother.
How do you know? You've never seen him before. I mean, a middle-aged out-of-work Australian turns up here. You've never seen him. It could be anybody. He says he's your son and you believe him. You're so gullible.
Oh, he's me son, all right. All them photographs he showed me of me and him and his mother and the things he told me he could never have known of yet. Oh, he's me son, all right. He's got my ears. And me nose.
And your money. Where is he now?
He's up in bed. I just took his breakfast up.
See? You never brought me my breakfast up in my life. It's another thing. It makes me sick to see the way you runs round after him.
I don't run round after him.
Get him up, then. If he's a partner, let him do his full share.
He can't. He's not well. It's our weather, playing up his old war wound.
Oh, he's got a war wound too, has he? He runs in a family, don't he? Nobody else can do any work round here except me.
He was a prisoner of war to the Japanese.
Nobody were bleeding glad to get rid of him, I know. He certainly ain't seen the rising sun since he's been here.
You're very bitter, Harold. It's not like you.
It is like me. You don't know me, do you, eh? 40 years you've had me, 4 days you've had him, and you knows him better than you knows me. Setting up all night, yarning with him and laughing with him, I've heard ya, and buying him drinks. That's another thing. He soon got used to our rotten beer, hasn't he? You know what, I'm jealous, I'm bitter, I am resentful. But it's diabolical. A bloke can work as hard as I can. That's it, giving away on a plate to a fellow who ain't put nothing into the business.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, he has. He's put up his shares in lieu of capital.
His shares? What shares?
He's invested all his money in an Australian nickel mine. You've heard of Poseidon?
Has he got shares in that?
No, the one next door to it. The Poseidon Reef runs right under his land.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's got the lot there. Nickel, gold, opals, tin, steel.
Bread pudding, marmalade. You daft pillock. You can't have a steel mine. You make steel. You'd believe anything, wouldn't you?
It's better than Poseidon. Everything he's got's on top. You don't have to dig for it. He's got oil, too.
Naturally, yes.
Yeah. Oh, right on top. He reckons if you walk across his land in a pair of spiked boots, you'll leave a trail of little gushers behind you.
And you believe all this?
Of course I do. He told me.
Daddy's a con man. He's a nebbish. He's a ponce.
You don't like him, do you?
No, I don't like him. He'll never give me no boomerang. It makes me sick to see the way you've been taken in by him. You ain't got time for me anymore.
Oh, that's not true.
It is true. From the way you run drawn after him. You think the sun shines out of his ear holes? If I all exist, I don't exist anymore.
Oh, no. It's only natural that a man should have some affection for his firstborn.
Right. Well, you favour him if you want to, but I'm warning you, I'm not going to stand by and see everything that I've worked for handed on a plate to one of your illegitimate sprogs.
There's enough for all of us.
Where? Oh, show me, where? Now how many more's going to turn up once the word gets around?
None. There's only you and Arthur.
You side more bleeding offsprings than an Aberdeen Angus, you are. You ought to be stuck on a stud farm with a rosette behind your ear hole. Then you'd have a morning of business, wouldn't you? We'll finish up with a bigger board than ICI's got.
No, we won't. There'll only be the three of us. You've been very childish, Harold. Arthur's just the man for this firm. We've never had a good financial brain run in the business.
Thank you very much. I've managed perfectly well up to now.
Well, Arthur says our books is in a shocking state.
Oh, you sold him the books, have you? You had no right. I don't want every Tom, Dick or Harry knowing how much directors' fees I have been voted.
Well, he says the first thing he wants to change is our in and out column.
Oh, but he does. I'll put it all in. He takes it all out.
He knows what he's talking about, does Arthur?
And I don't.
Well, I don't blame you. You do your best. It's only that Arthur, well, he's got a better education than you have.
Everybody's got a better education than I have. I spent more time on the horse and cart than I ever did in school.
Well, you didn't like school. You was always up in the wag.
Well, that's no reason for not sending me. You should have made me go.
I couldn't. You were too big. You were heavier than me when you was 11. I tried to make you to go to school, but you kept threatening to wallop me.
What? When I was 11?
Yeah, I was frightened of you. Couldn't control you. I tried to send you to Borstal, but they wouldn't have you.
Again, thank you very much. What an idyllic childhood I did have.
Well, it's true.
It ain't true. I never stood a chance, mate. I mean, a number of times you says to me, I don't go to school today, it's a lovely day. Why don't you come out and around, get a bit of fresh air? No wonder I couldn't keep up.
Well, you didn't used to mind.
Of course I didn't mind. I was so far behind at school, it was humiliating. I was kept back in the same class for 3 years running. I was the only bloke in the juniors in long trousers. If I'd got into the army, I never would have been able to learn to read and write. You crippled my mind, you did. And now you blame it all on me. And I could have been a doctor. Or a band leader or something. I always liked music. That's another thing you never helped me with. I mean, my teacher said that I was musically inclined and you ought to encourage me. But you wouldn't buy me a piano, would you? No. You taught me how to whistle instead.
I brought you that piano off the round.
It had 32 notes missing. I couldn't even play chopsticks on it. Every time I did play, the lid used to fall right across my fingers. Aversion therapy, they call that today. No, mate, I never stood a chance.
Well, it's no use blaming me for your own shortcomings. I'm Arthur's father, too, and he's doing all right.
Oh, because he got away from you. Well, I wish it'd been the other way around. I wish I'd have been the illegitimate one. I wish I'd have been taken away. I would have amounted to something then, I could tell you. Would have turned out a bloody sight better than he is.
I never knew you wanted to be a band leader.
You never bothered to find out, did you, eh? That's another thing I can't forgive, because you just wasn't interested. You were more concerned with yourself than you was with my future. And now what little bit I've managed to build up for myself, you want me to share it with someone else. Well, it's not on, Dad. You're going to have to choose. It's either me or him.
Oh, That's not fair, Harold. You can't ask a man to choose between his sons just like that.
Yes, I can.